There's so much uncertainty going on right now. We have obviously political turmoil, we have financial turmoil, the markets have been up and down, and interest rates, we're not sure what's going to happen there. And I think all this uncertainty has created kind of a basic level of anxiety, and especially among the entrepreneur that's got to make payroll, and they're worried about the future and feeding their family and taking care of their employees and their companies. And I want to talk about microeconomics versus macroeconomics. Now, macroeconomic trends are really important if you're in industries like automotive parts or automotive service, businesses that would be deeply impacted by long-term protracted recessions. But the vast majority of companies are relatively recession-proof. And one of the most valuable things I ever heard was when we were in 2008, 2009, and we were staring down the barrel of what was going to be the next depression or certainly a big, long recession. I was in a room with an economist, and he shared that the U.S. economy is about $20 trillion with a T, $20 trillion. A depression, a recession is defined as 3 consecutive quarters of 0 to negative growth. A depression is a 5% retraction in our gross domestic product. We haven't had a depression in a really long time. We've had some recessionary cycles, but we get all wound up psychologically about this idea of the economy slowing down and recession and the markets being down. But I want you to think about those numbers for a second. A $20 trillion economy that retracts by 5%, that's a depression. That means there's $19 trillion in gross domestic product, $19 trillion of commerce that are going to happen in a depression. So what you need to be thinking about as an entrepreneur is, where does the opportunity lie? Where does the $19 trillion of commerce lie? And how can you use a negative recessionary cycle or even a depressionary cycle as an opportunity? Bad competitors go away. The going to market strategies get easier. Marketing costs go down. The cost of buying advertising or getting online resources. All sorts of positive things happen in negative cycles. And if you get wound up psychologically about the fear that comes with a recession, you may not be poised to capture those opportunities. So be a microeconomist. Think about how to deliver value. One great thing that happens in a retracting economic cycle is the middle market goes away. So we have commodity pricing type companies that can thrive, but then we also have premium companies that can thrive. How do you capture one of those two spaces? How do you pivot away from kind of being in the middle? All sorts of great things can happen in down cycles. We need to be thinking really creatively and really strategically, both inside our businesses and inside our clients' businesses. If we are going to face a negative economic cycle, how do we find the opportunity? How do we unlock the 19 trillion instead of the 20 trillion and be a microeconomist and figure out how to go after that value? So I think, Warren Buffett, famous for saying, when the market is scared, you should be buying. When the market is bold, you should be selling. It's the exact same thing with economic cycles. We may be on the cusp of a negative economic cycle. It could be the best opportunity of the last decade for our community and for our clients. So let's be thinking about that.